All right. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Go.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. What's happening?
iiRcadians assemble.
Is it safe to turn up my mic now that Jeff stopped mowing?
Yeah. Jeff is done mowing for
Jeff
now. He said he finished his grass cutting, so he can watch the show. I'm so glad.
Thank you, Jeff.
So what's been happening? Haven't seen you in a while, kevgret.
Yeah, man.
You leave the community and everything falls apart. What's going on, man?
I was hoping we can come back, have a nice get back together stream, catch up, and everything was quiet, right? I mean, nothing's going on in the last week or two, right? It's just business as usual. I mean,
business as usual. Same old, same old.
Nice.
So,
Rome is burning, Brad. Rome is burning.
Let's introduce everyone. Of course, I am papabrad of the iiRcadians. And of course, we have with us. Please subscribe to this man's channel. Say hello, Nix.
How's it going, everybody?
Tell them how they can reach your channel to subscribe.
Just come find me at Nick's Nick's Reviews on YouTube. I make
Nick's
a lot of
Reviews
video
on
game,
YouTube.
Content, strategy videos. Come check me out. Have a good time.
Of course, we got kevgret. Welcome back.
What's up, guys? I am happy to be back. It's been so long, I forgot how to fire up my stuff. I was like, oh, damn, it's been a minute. We haven't streamed in a while. So
I know. We're all rusty.
We're
going to do lawn mowing videos. Yeah. I mean, And thank you so much. Biggie D says congratulations on 2,000 subs, and thank you.
Wow.
What is this? Woo. Oh, my channel's views are up 167%. Wow.
There we go.
Amazing what positive content can do. And speaking of positive content, there's no one more positive than PD7. He's absolutely probably one of my favorite people on the YouTube scene right now. And he gave me permission to share his thoughts, and we're just going to bounce off of that for this show.
Oh, yes.
He had some really good thoughts on iiRcade, and of course, he is the king of the walk and talk. So this will be a walking and talking episode, but we're going to branch off of that, and we're just going to talk about some ideas he had. And I thought, I can't top that. The best I could do is ask him for permission to use this video, which he gave, and so I'm going to share. This is PD7 from his channel. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get it started.
Roll the tape.
Okay, here we go. See if I can keep us all on the screen. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's fire it up.
Leads us to the Game Box Builders. Seeing this off the freeway a couple of weeks ago, I looked this up, and they make cabinets. They make stuff for your game rooms here. Let's check this out. Kind of a hidden treasure tucked off to the side here. You can only see it from I-94, and looking this up, we'll check out the website in a second. Just really interested in what this company really is. Looks like you can build your own arcade cabinets. Might be kind of on the generic side. There's not really any licensing I'm seeing on their website, but something to take note of here. Thinking of iiRcade and this, could a company merge if they were in need of cabinets? Just something to look into. And the reason I
I want to start with that. I mean, people act like, iiRcade could outsource cabs to anybody, really. I mean, they're not absolutely locked to just one person. What do you think about that, kevgret?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is the way they're going to go, and I'll explain later. But yeah, they could easily Rec Room Masters, Extreme Gaming Cabinets, anybody that does these third-party, builds can easily take it over. But it's definitely a possibility. And if they are emphatically saying they are not producing cabinets, and they said they're not doing a console, that only leaves one avenue left, or possibly two, and one of them is getting somebody else to make their products for them. But I don't think they're doing that.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to say on this subject.
Yeah.
We have only seen an increase in quality. Look at, they went from the standard iiRcade to the gold iiRcade. Now, what I would like to see them do, and this is going to be a little bit of speculation. So if we're wrong, we're wrong. But I would like to see them make something more affordable that more people could get their hands on. I have a gold cab. I love it. It was like $800 and it's worth it. But I think they're like, if they do make hardware again, make
Yeah.
something more affordable.
Here, Brad, here's the problem. Let's just say they do get a third party, right? Is that going to move the needle for the community? Like what I'm saying is there's 400 games almost for this system, right?
Mhm.
And they're not, let's say for sake of argument, they're not selling them at a rate that's what they want. So is outsourcing really the way to go, or you need a way to chase those people to buy the cabinets? And the only way to do that is take all your money and go buy a license, and then then you do the third party cabinets. Giving your third party cabinet maker the ability to make these cabinets isn't going to sell any more than you did, because you're known for your cabinets. You're known for your
here's what I'm going to
quality.
say. There has never been a problem with the quality
Exactly.
of iiRcade. There's never been a problem with the controls.
No.
There's
So
never
you're
been a
asking-
problem with the sound, which, by the way, either iiRcade has the best sound of any Stockholm arcade.
Yeah.
Whether it's an original or a gold.
No,
What do you think, Nick?
now in theory that could work, and
Mhm.
that's the thing. They have to probably reevaluate the business model, just because the cost of fuel and the shipping containers and
Exactly.
everything, time as well to build and then to get them over here to North America. Would it be a cost savings to go this route, in light of all that? If you can get something that's built already over here on this continent, you to take away that exporting costs and
But even if you
stuff
take,
like that.
let's say you take the cost out of it, Nix, and now someone can build your cabinets, right? Somebody else is going to build. What's the end result of that? Are you going to sell another 10,000 cabinets because someone else is making it? My thinking is, and what they need to do is, and John is probably over there in China trying to do this. You need to get Capcom on board. For example, the Evercade has got 15 or 20
Okay, well,
building
we're going to talk
games.
software in a minute. Hold that.
Okay,
Hold
sorry.
that for a minute. We'll talk to the
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
We'll get to
that's-
that.
But yeah,
This is just about the making of a cabinet. I mean,
I'm
what we
thinking
have
in
seen is
theory it could.
In theory, they could do it,
possibility.
Brad, but they would be
Yeah.
compromising their own standards of quality in
Exactly.
doing
Yeah,
so.
something's got to give, because
and we're talking about a
cost
company that sold
manufacturing it here would be higher than
100%
over there. But
of
Yeah.
everything they made.
Yeah.
They're literally selling down to the last cabinet that they have made. They've been successful selling them. So let's continue on.
Let's
talk a little
also,
more.
Brad, hold on a second.
Bring
Let's
up
also
iiRcade
we have to talk about the lead times on this, Brad, because if you go to Extreme Gaming Cabinets, they make personal pinball games and personal cabinets. There's a year delay if you put an order in on your own custom cabinet. So let's say, for sake of argument, 500 people rush. Do you think Game Room, whoever these guys are, can handle 500 cabinets at the drop of a hat? Probably not. So that's something to consider too. And then you start making cabinets and they just come out like, a competitor. Not good.
Okay.
So
let's watch a little more.
Yeah.
is, if you go on their website and you look at their Retromania Wrestling, it went from May 7th to limited quantities while supply lasts. And just a reminder that this is $299. You can see right up here, plus shipping, which runs about $100. And once these are gone, the only way to get this certain arcade is through Best Buy, and right now they're $5.99. So something to take note.
Cabs are selling out fast.
Recommend anyone checking out iiRcade with the sales going on through June 9th. Now I do have some speculation on what's going to happen after June 9th.
Okay, so the cabs that they have are selling out fast. People are getting these cabs, and you know what they're discovering?
They're
All
good.
the stuff they've been hearing is not true. This is
Not
a good
true.
cabinet.
Yes.
This has amazing games on it. You can add whatever type of games you like. You like beat 'em ups? They got them. You like shooters? Well, in shmup category, untouchable.
Yeah, it's a la carte. You pick the games you want and
Let's
build
use
your own library.
Let's use Biggie as an example. When Biggie D got his iiRcade and he came in our chats and he was like, "Oh my God, this game is awesome. I never played In the Hunt. This is phenomenal. Mayhem Brawler, $9.99. He's having a great time." People are like, there are stuff here. People are saying that there's no games, but when you look for yourself and you take the time to go through the library, you can easily curate your own particular taste, whether it's beat 'em ups, whether it's fighters, whether it's shooters. There's something here for everybody. And I think at these prices, I don't care if iRcade,
$9.99.
it's
Mayhem
insane.
Brawler. What do you think of that one, Nick?
Oh,
What do you think of
absolutely.
Mayhem
It's one
Brawler?
of it's one of the best beat 'em ups that's ever been created. The fluidity of the game when you play it, all the available moves, and,
Absolutely.
things you can do in the game. You can be really
Yeah.
creative, and you chase the combo system. That's the
Yeah.
whole purpose of the replayability, is to just go through the game and not take damage, and just get that points boosted way up top. And that's one of the great titles on there. And then you're seeing the Dead Cell cabinet in his phone there, and that's another great game that's on there. And it's got DLC that was just currently
so we're
added.
seeing new people come into iiRcade. They're getting the cab. They're discovering, I've been told there's no games on iiRcade nonstop by YouTubers, and yet when I get the cab, it has tons of good games available. Furthermore, I can play the games online right now
for free.
For free. And to even top it off,
No
for these new
subscription
users, game sale. Thank you, Carl O, by the way. Carl O put this bug in Jong's ear. And a game sale for everyone that is new.
That's
I mean,
awesome. But no, wait, the game sale means
that.
I thought the game sale means they're going out of business.
Is that the going out of business sale? I mean, it seems to me like
it's a community sale, which is awesome.
If I make pies,
for all these people that are buying cabinets to build their library.
Sells out,
exactly.
And people are like, "Ooh, this is delicious! I can play all these games. I can play online with my friends." True, you have to have friends.
Yeah,
you can't live in a corner with your head down.
Damn,
you have to actually make friends. But if you're a normal person, it's no problem to pick up the phone and play iiRcade or message a friend or go on Discord.
Or the iiRcade Facebook group. It's a good place.
iiRcadian Facebook group is a great place. It's totally troll free. And that's the other thing, you've got to keep your area troll free. It's completely possible. iiRcadians have been doing it for a long time.
Brett, I have almost 200 games, and I still found another $50 in games that I didn't get over the last year. I was like, well, here we go.
I know. And
even games I bought, like Minky Monkey for the iiRcade, I rebought it because it plays better, sounds better, and the high score. I was like, I gotta get it.
You get to see if you can beat Papa Brad. How cool is that? Come on, come take me, chumps. I'm on that leaderboard. Come knock me down.
Yeah, so I love this.
For a real competitive gamer like this man here, iiRcade is where it's at, because this is a man that comes to play. He can roll over Space Invaders.
Oh yeah, I've got world record for Operation Thunderbolt 1/4, 360,000. So that's one of my accomplishments. And I've rolled over the scoreboard in Space Invaders, and and then even currently, not iiRcade, but at games, like winning first place in the pinball tournament, the 2 tables. Lately.
Multi-platform, and that's another thing I want to talk about. Thank you for bringing that up. I wasn't going to bring that up, but I mean, I have arcade 1-ups. I have at games, multiple at games. I have the at games pinball. I have iiRcade. We love all arcade stuff, and we love games.
Yes, we do.
We're not here for drama. So if you're coming for drama, you can just you can leave now. But we're not here for drama. We're here for the games.
Don't let the
door for the love
hit
of
your
home
butt
arcade.
On the way out.
That's it.
That we'll get into in a little bit here, but
sorry, Phil. Hate to interrupt.
Going on here,
Phil has all
not
the
only
points
do they
for us.
have the Retromania for $2.99, they also have the screen protector glass, tempered glass screen protector,
worth it,
for $49, along with discounted games. And it's about half of the selections are 25% off. Mayhem Brawlers is at 50% off. And you ask, well, what about the other library, the other half that don't have a discount? Now, what I think is going to happen at that June 10th, I should say, is the sales will continue similar to what we're seeing with Retromania Wrestling. It's said until May 7th.
Hey, a gigantic welcome to the stream to Steps Gaming. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello there.
Howdy ho.
Please tell people how to reach you, Steps, so they can subscribe to your channel.
Yeah, it's Steps Gaming, all one word. STEPSGAMING.
And what does that spell?
YouTube.com
Yes.
slash
Steps.
@Steps Gaming.
And of course, Steps is always welcome on the
I'm not
iiRcadians.
legit. That's trademarked by somebody else.
Yeah.
I am, I'm just Steps, and I just thought I'd stop in. I heard you talking about the iiRcade, and I play a lot of different stuff. I've been playing a lot of shmups lately on the iiRcade, on the Steam. Lots of different places. I'm about to get one on my Xbox, actually. I like a lot of stuff. And I have a lot of fun playing the iiRcade, but I'm not a one-trick pony.
No,
right?
none of us are. None of us
I'm not
are.
a one-trick pony. I'm just
Not a single
No.
iiRcadian
Look
is a
at-
one-trick
look at-
pony. Do not box us in a box. Guess what?
Well,
it
you
will
just
not work.
you just boxed me in a box. You said I was an iiRcadian. I'm Kristen Steps. How
Yeah,
about that?
I mean,
Well,
I like it all.
You have an iiRcade, right?
I do have an iiRcade.
Therefore, you're an iiRcadian. So welcome to the club.
Oh, all right.
It is a great. I love it. Even all the customization I did to mine, putting the lights in and everything, and the button swaps to make the colors pop on the cabinet. It's a piece of art, the gold cabinet.
Yeah, and it's
Something I
easy
do
to
cherish.
customize. It's just straight up the real SamWa parts are just like plug and play. You just take off. I mean, there's nothing to it,
Absolutely.
Well, what
Oh.
else does PD7 have to say? Anything good?
Oh yeah. One second, I gotta acknowledge something here. I can find it now.
Okay.
The chat's scrolling by. We got a new iiRcade owner, Don Juan.
Nice.
And let's see if I can do this. Is for Don Juan, who just got an iiRcade. Welcome to the family.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think they still have glass. You just have to call them up because for me guys, I'm talking to the chat right now. So I waited like 6 months to get glass because they forgot about me. It's an honest mistake because they deal with a lot of customer service stuff, right? So but anyway, they
Okay.
made it right.
That's
made it
right,
right.
Mikey or Mickey Yoon.
And but anyway, just contact them again and just see what's going on because what I did was not contact them and it went longer than it should have.
Okay.
Right? So,
Easy enough.
easy enough. So just contact them and yeah, because they have the glass. They could ship it out to you, no problem.
Awesome. This is for Don.
Hold on. Is
Alright.
it Mikey Yoon or Mickey Yoon?
It's Mikey.
Mikey.
Mikey Yoon.
Mikey
I
Yoon.
got it.
It's no, but Steph, the reason you called him Mickey, but it was funny. A couple weeks ago, Biggie D did a stream and he kept calling Mikey, "Hey Mickey, hey Mickey, Mickey." And
Hey,
we were
Mickey,
all
you're so fine.
dying.
You're so
Yeah,
fine. You blow my mind. I need Mickey.
and we were so like it's a joke now when somebody
You're
calls him
welcome.
Okay,
Mickey.
I was
He just
confused
called
because
him
I
Mikey.
always thought of him as Mikey Yoon, and then I said his name.
No,
and I go, wait,
no,
no,
you're right.
somebody said Mickey Yoon. I need
No,
to
I
make
did
sure.
because you said, "Is it Mickey or Mikey?" And then I said, "Hey Mickey," because Biggie kept it was hilarious. We kept trying to tell him it's
Okay.
Mikey, but he just kept saying Mickey,
Okay.
Mickey. Oh, it's hilarious. So now we just joke with him and call him Mikey and Mickey
Yep.
interchangeably.
Yeah. And let me tell you, Mikey Yoon is awesome.
Great
I love
community member.
every comment he leaves. I love it. I love reading them. And thank you so much. And I'm glad you're here, Steps, even if you will not admit to being an iiRcadian.
Never.
We know you are. We know you are.
Never.
Welcome to the targeted group.
Go target
practically
yourself.
June 7th,
All right.
and
There you go.
the sales still last. They're
Sale.
obviously selling everything they have. They are
Fire
moving their
sale.
offices, so anything they have in storage is going to be discounted. They're going to clean house, and people are getting really worried about that. And you know, these are obvious things to be concerned about, but you know, there's almost took a fall right there. There's
Okay, be careful, Phil. We don't want you falling on camera.
He's too young to
things to
fall.
look
No.
at here
He's a
that they
good-looking guy, too,
necessarily
man. He
don't
is
need an
ripped.
office to run a company where we're basically buying games
Software.
off the
yeah.
internet, downloading them to our arcades, and
Okay, I want to pause it right there. We had two things. 4 was cleaning, getting a fresh start. So basically, they have pretty much sold everything they have at this point, or close to it, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, that would be what you're going to do if you're going to do
Okay.
something new.
Yeah, I'll be
right?
the prototype cabinets. Yes.
You know, I mean, they don't have to make the same thing every time they do a run of cabs. They can either improve or make them more affordable. They can adapt every single time. They're not locked into doing the same thing over and over again, which I think is one of the good things about iiRcade as a company. What do you guys think? Basically, two things. One, getting a fresh start,
Mhm.
and also saving money on office space. How much money was that
probably
office building
more
tying
expensive.
up? Steps, you've been there. Tell
It
me
was
about
That's
tell me
square
about
footage.
the Game and Brew location, the
It was
original.
a massive location. They had so much room that they had an iiRcade museum even, and it's a lot of empty space. So I will say that. I don't know what your goal is here, but I will say that it was big. It was probably too big. But you know, it's not my
Software costs a
business.
lot,
I'm
yeah.
not the running the business. I don't know
No,
anything about
no.
any of that, right? So,
you can
but
just
you
imagine.
just asked what I thought about it, and it was big.
Got to be expensive.
Oh, it's gotta be. It's like more than what you pay for your own bills, right? It's a business, like all the
I mean,
electricity and
a
everything.
giant
heating.
giant
yeah.
building like that in the middle
Yeah,
of
the leasing, the
Chicago.
square footage. Yeah. Oh yeah. Prime time. Yeah, location. Yeah. Probably costs a lot, so they're probably saving a lot on month to month.
It was
Yeah.
very hot too. There was no air conditioning, but I think that was the whole building because other places
They
in
said
the
it
building
broke
were also
that day or
very
something.
hot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not normally that way.
Yeah.
Did anyone else want to chime in? I don't want to talk over everybody. Kevgret, do you have any commentary or?
Yeah, I mean, first I just want to say I can't believe in this day and age we're talking about real estate in regards to video game companies. It just shows you how far we have to go to reach for destroying these companies. But as to your point, Brad, it's actually pretty good that they're nimble, that they can just do this. They're not locked in. They don't have, the ability to just, stay with the big office space. They can go small for a while. They can go nimble. And see this office right here? This is where I've been working at the last 3 years,
Yeah.
guys. And I run $100 million company from right here. I am the controller of $100 million company right here in this damn room. So it's possible. And it's been
Yeah.
possible since COVID.
100%.
And we've
The
proven
whole
it.
world adapted when
Whole
that
world
happened.
adapted. In fact,
And-
nobody goes to, like, people don't want to go to the office. They have teams. I can get on a phone anytime I want with my employees. So it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing that John can be nimble and can take his toys and move them around and put them in storage and then focus on his next, step. And for people to say like, oh, he should have known this. If you're not in the real estate game and you don't dabble in this stuff, you don't know how it works. He got blindsided. You can't just go find space overnight. So he's probably doing the next best thing, save money.
Who hasn't had to move too? Like that literally happened to me. I mean, literally, my landlord said, you really keep your place nice. You have the nicest townhouse that I have. Oh, you've got 30 days to move.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I want to sell. And
Exactly.
I want to read this comment from Brooklyn Menace. He says, I'll be back on the next iiRcadians show. I'm videoing a scripted show for a channel I helped launch called Terror Reels.
Yeah.
Check out Night of the Living Dead episode this Friday at 10 p.m.
It's like the same time as the show.
Brooklyn is working on
hopefully it's taped
show.
and not live.
Yeah. But we knew this and we decided we're still going to go on with the show. But he'll be back.
I do want to say something. I as far as like the real estate speculation, that's not my business. I don't really care. Like,
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
like I don't care. I don't know, whether they stay in business, whether they close, whatever. I at this point I don't care. I just wanted to play some shmups, enjoy some games. I owned a bunch of games on it. I have a lot of fun playing, did games with people, and that's where I'm at it with this.
Well, then
You
you're
know?
good, Steps. You're good, right?
Arcade 1-Up. Okay. I like Arcade 1-Up too. I like the
We
KI
can-
a lot. It's a good cab.
I like
No, you
KI
like-
too.
But that's
I
not
like
what
KI
that's
too.
not what I'm here to talk about though.
Right.
I just wanted to stop by and make sure that everybody knew that I was not an iiRcadian, and that also
Mhm.
and also that I think that it's none of my business. I just want to enjoy the cabin at this point. I've speculated on this stuff before. I've talked about this stuff before. That was dumb on me, and I apologize for that. I just think that just enjoy your games, people. That's what
Absolutely. Enjoy your
Yeah,
games, and you're not an iiRcadian.
I
Nice
enjoyed
knowing you.
playing some
Okay,
Shredders.
let's continue.
Revenge today.
All right.
Okay, let's continue.
Even if new cabinets
Just
became
kidding.
available, like behind me, Game Box Builders will ship them to you. Like, they could just go right from a manufacturer behind me and ship those units to you. They don't necessarily need a main place, especially downtown Chicago, where rent has just got to be extreme. And right around that corner, we just walked right down that path right there. Look on the
I mean, and Phil is just fearless. He just walks from these places like he owns them. I mean, it's amazing to
I'm
me.
not
His videos
trespassing.
are so awesome.
I'm not
I mean, he's
outside
like,
of this building,
Just taking a walk.
and it looks like the main
please drop a
entrance
sub to
is at this
PD7.
glass door here.
Here's how you can reach him on YouTube.
So they must do everything in-house here. Pretty cool to have an arcade manufacturer basically in your backyard in Milwaukee, as you see right here. Literally in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Gamebox Incorporated, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., 5 p.m. There's a number.
Sounds like business hours.
You know, it gives us another option here in a home arcade. You know, you have this fear of what happens to iiRcade. And I'm just gonna say, I don't know any more than anyone else does, but in my honest opinion, that iiRcade could sell us games, even the existing library, for like a year or two from now. Even if they don't sell any more cabinets, there's enough cabinets out there that we could all just keep downloading and buying games from. I think that they're using a tactic of getting rid of everything they have, having us think like this is the end, like picking up a sale, and then there's always that new cabinet, and well, I just bought this one. Well, I mean, that's business. And
Okay, let's put a little pause right there. I mean, they have a huge library of games that they can just sell. I mean, and they have cabinets that have been sold.
Yep.
What do y'all think about that?
Absolutely. And even going back to the gold editions, like they even told everybody it was limited. It was a limited run. Right. So you had your opportunity to pick one up. And now you know, you're getting a nice deal, $2.99. Pick it up. And we'll have to see what they have in store for the future. Like I said, I really think they just have to revisit how they're going to bring the cost down, but in light of the economy and the current situation, right?
Yeah, and this is interesting. Well, the term iiRcadians was coined a few years ago, essentially just to mean people who own and play and like the iiRcade. Period.
Oh,
I mean,
so you're
So
saying
you don't like the iiRcade Steps?
that's not
I just want to, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to Michael B you. I'm not Michael being you, but I
Tell
mean,
us, Steps. Tell us.
I know you like the
Well,
iiRcade.
I
It's
do-
okay.
I
You
do
can
like-
come
We're
clean.
ripping you. We're ripping
Nobody's watching this show. We've only got 30 people live.
Hey,
It's okay.
Brad, I was just joking around. Okay?
I know, we're
I
ripping
know,
you.
I know. It's
We know,
okay.
we know.
It's okay. We know. We know.
I've been enjoying my arcade. I was streaming
Just fess up,
Batsugan the other
yeah.
day. Batsugan Special Edition. It's amazing.
100%.
Love that
Yeah,
game.
plays really good.
And it gets harder as you go, as you loop around and all that good stuff. I'm sorry, I got major reflection going on my glasses.
It's all good.
You love that too.
So yeah, there you go. There you
And
go.
please
Thanks for throwing
subscribe
me
to
under the
Steps
bus.
Gaming. Let's get her to 1,500 so she can do her sweepstakes. Tell us about the sweepstakes.
Bobby Vu surprised everyone. Surprised me. I didn't even know about this.
What a great guy.
He
So
texted me the
generous.
night
So
before, and
generous.
he goes, "Are you ready?" And I go, "Ready for what?" He goes, "Surprise! You'll see tomorrow." And I was like, "Oh, he's gonna have another iiRcade mod or something." You know, like I thought I was gonna see like another iiRcade with like 3 screens or something. And then I saw what he posted. Like, oh damn, you know, that's cool. Because it's good for the community to win some free prizes. Yeah, it benefits my channel, but like honestly, like for me to be able to see people get stuff that they really enjoy, maybe some people couldn't afford some of these things and they win a cabinet or they win a another prize that he's giving away. That's pretty awesome. And Bobby Vu's a great asset to the community. I mean, he's helped a lot of people and he's just a very passionate arcade person. And you know, he made my Bobby Vu deck on the Big Blue, and it's amazing. And yeah, he's just an all around good guy. But I gotta put in some work because it takes more than just saying, "Hey, win free stuff" to get a bunch of subscribers. So I owe the community. I owe the community some work to put in so I could get these prizes out to people. That's basically what it's going to boil down to. But I do got to say, he did get me about 100 subs, and now I'm at 1,000. So I do got to thank Bobby.
Well done.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And can you read this one, kevgret?
Sure. It should just be a fun group of iiRcade owners, but unfortunately, it's been twisted and distorted by some hateful community members. The wisdom of Mikey Yoon knows no bounds. Good comment, Mikey.
Okay, and with that, we'll go right back into the most positive person on YouTube, one of my favorite YouTubers by far. This man is someone, if you are not subscribed to Steps Gaming, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go drop a sub now. But this is PD7.
Hey, how about we subscribe to Kevgret Gaming?
No, nobody wants my content. I don't.
Let's promote other people besides just me.
I don't promote myself, Steps. It's okay.
And actually, don't forget to subscribe to Nick's reviews.
What's the matter, Kevgret? You don't want people to know
you're. Give me 100 subs. I'm almost there. Like seven to go.
Oh no, everyone knows that Kevgret's an iiRcadian. Believe me.
Oh no, I'm an totally.
He's reminded every time.
I guess there should be no reason they still have first gen arcades. You know, when they had the gold edition, those all sold out, but they still have the original
gold
ones.
edition.
Even though Retromania Wrestling isn't the original cabinet, it's that original form factor. And you know, get rid of the old inventory. Give us a discounted rate. I mean, $2.99 for that cabinet. It's a great deal. They can still sell us games. I mean, with the discounted games, they're obviously saving money by not paying high-priced rent downtown Chicago. There's a ton of people buying up games. I mean, I think the average iiRcade owner right now is spending $50 to $100 on games. I mean, it's hard not to when you're getting this discounted and we can pick games up for $5.99.
Portable.
It's going to lead to something good. And even if...
Okay, I mean, the best deal in gaming right now is the iiRcade. You look at what you get for your dollar spent, and there's nothing that touches iiRcade. Bang for buck. What do y'all think? Who wants to speak first?
I think that it's all Brooklyn Menace's fault. But I spent $90.
Brooklyn
$90
$90
games
this week.
$90 well spent.
Wow.
What is that? That's one PS5 game.
Pretty much.
A game and a half.
Yeah, the deluxe version, but
yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Some DLC in there. Yeah, I mean, it's like Minky Monkey, I think, was $3.49. I mean, come on, how can you not want some Minky Monkey in your life, guys? You got to go check that out for $3.50. Let's chase Papa off the leaderboards.
Yeah, come on, come get me, chumps.
Come on, I'm coming.
I'm on that leaderboard.
I see it.
You don't need to ask if Papa Brad's a gamer. Just go on any leaderboard on iiRcade, and I'm on there. And you know who you don't need to ask? This guy here, C. Derek Miller. You don't need to ask if he's a gamer.
Yeah, let's
live streams every day.
Oh, yeah, did the kung fu.
Let's promote him.
Community, for a fun like lunchtime stream, man. I love it. I love it. This guy can play through Dragon's Lair blindfolded. Who does that?
He's a gamer.
I mean, so I think, I mean, the iiRcade, you know, at the prices they're at now is the best bang for the buck. As far as what you get for your money, nothing beats iiRcade. Let's continue.
If it doesn't, we're getting an arcade that has all these games on there, and for that price, for $400 basically, you get whatever games you want. You got a nice cabinet, and you look back and say, hey, that was a great deal on that. I think that's the question a lot of people are asking is, do I take the chance of buying Retromania? And I say, I think you do. For $299, yeah, $100 for shipping.
Plus you get the game, which is like $30, right?
Yeah, you get the $30 Retromania game. You get Dragon's Lair.
But it doesn't make any sense. It's irrelevant because it's like it doesn't matter if they go out of business. Like when you buy an Arcade 1-Up, you're not getting the ability to do anything more than what's in that box at the time you buy it.
You can't add games to an Arcade 1-Up, can you?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. If you just buy it out of the box, but if you buy an iiRcade, you hey, get that off. You at least get.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to give you a plug for the #1 Arcade 1-Up channel.
We are the #1 Arcade 1-Up channel. We should be going live soon with some more secret info. But my point is, when you buy an iiRcade, you get the 12 or 15 base games and the ability, because they're not out of business right now. So
they're not.
There's for $299. It's who cares if they go out of business in 3 months, 6 months? You can still buy the games today. They're never going to go away.
Never going to go away.
And there's no reason
no different
not to.
than buying a Nintendo
an Arcade 1-Up or a Nintendo cartridge,
or an Arcade 1-Up or
exactly.
a Dreamcast game. You know, how many dead systems do I collect for? Let's see. Atari 2600. I still love it. Dreamcast, still love it. Can play all the same games. I mean, you know, the argument that they could go out of business, don't buy games, is the worst argument I've ever heard. I mean, now's the time to buy games because the games are cheap and they're on sale.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, get your collection righteous, because then you have a permanent, beautiful arcade with games you love. And that's another thing I loved about iiRcade. You know, when you buy like other systems, like if I get an Arcade 1-Up, you know, I'm going to get King and Balloon, you know, nothing against King and Balloon,
but
it might be fun, but
you
know, that's a shovelware. I mean, that's not something people don't go out. You know, people don't go to retro arcades and say, "Oh my God, it's King and Balloon!" It's you know, there are games. The same thing that they complain about iiRcade is even worse, I think, on Arcade 1-Up because you get less games in the machine.
Brad, you mean Arc is not a banger? It's like,
I mean, they got some stinkers, man. They got some stinkers that they load in those things, you know, just to pad it, you know. And so all those criticisms are the same. Nick's is back there eating his popcorn.
I'm enjoying it.
He knew this was going to be a popcorn stream.
You know, no disrespect to John and Michael, but
dirt cheap.
Who cares if they go out of business, right? Like,
no.
We love you, John. We love you, Michael. We want you to continue. But let's say tomorrow you go out of business. That cabinet still has my 200 games forever. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I actually feel bad for I actually feel good for everybody and bad for myself. These guys are getting deals for the Retromania. It's like,
I know,
it looks great for $299. We pay Kickstarter prices.
Like people, every single stream. I wish Arcade would upgrade the joysticks and buttons. I wish they would. You get Sanwa stock. Stock.
Well, it's funny, like we complain about other things like games, you know, the stuff that really matters, and all they have are their buttons and sticks that they do 20 minutes of show on. It's like,
let's do a 3-hour stream on buttons and sticks, which will never change because they're cheap.
Well, we can do an hour stream on which marquee is the best marquee.
I like that Centipede one.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say negative about the other brand you're talking about right now. You know, I was here to just talk about iiRcade and iiRcade games.
We are talking about iiRcade. We're talking about home arcade though. This is a home arcade stream. We're talking about home arcade. We're talking about getting a pro cabinet dirt cheap. Now, when you buy something, you compare it to the other things in the market. Don't
I know.
You?
I did that in my review, and I said what I had to say in my review. I said what was better about Arcade 1-Up. I said what was better about iiRcade because I thought people wanted to know. And
Just-
yeah, the
By the
quality's
way,
good.
this is the best. This is the best definitive. I love it is the definitive iiRcade Gen 1 review. I will stick by that. If you've not watched this review on Steps channel, it's like what 40 minutes long or something. It's long. It's in depth.
Is this an hour-long show just plugging me?
No, I'm trying to help you out here. Now, come on now.
You're
Gotta get you to 1,500, Steph.
Gotta get you to
know?
1,500. Subscribe to
Yeah,
Nick's
Nick.
Gaming.
We're not
there you
leaving
go,
tonight
Nick.
till Steps gets to 1,500.
Yeah,
we'll be here a long time.
We'll be here a long time. Hey, welcome to the stream. Made in Canada's here.
Thank
So
you.
glad
That's
you're
what's
here.
out.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
number
a
one.
good comment.
Yeah.
Double Dragon 3 is terrible, and Double Dragon 2 isn't much better. So there's no loss there. I
Dragon
am so
Yeah.
burnt out on the Double
First
Dragon.
Rcade.
Like the thing is, if you were an original iiRcadian and you got it from the Kickstarter, I mean, we've had that game and played that game to death.
And you played
honestly.
it, and yeah, I agree.
And there are much better beat 'em ups on the iiRcade than Double Dragon.
Hey, hold
Double
on,
Dragon's a
hold
low
on.
tier
Brad,
as
is it
far
raw?
as, in my opinion, as far as
gonna-
quality.
I'll tell you this though: if
Mm-hmm.
let's say Jong announces tomorrow they're going out of business,
Mhm.
I'm buying Double Dragon 3 to complete the trilogy. I don't care how bad it is. I just want
I
it on
hear
the
ya.
cabinet, and I don't own that right now, but I will if they
Here's
announce
the-
they're
here's
going
the
out of
thing.
business.
I
It's so
have
bad.
I have all three of the Double Dragons because I bought them before on my
Okay.
iiRcade.
I have all of them too,
But they're
but-
right. 3 is the 2's a little bit better. 1 is definitely by far the best one. You know,
Yeah.
it may be different on the NES. I hear Double Dragon Revenge on the NES is the best, but like Double Dragon 1's the better of those 3. And what I'll tell you is you're right. Combat Traps is a better game. But see,
Yeah.
Double Dragon does have a name. It has a name value and a recognition
does.
value.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
like,
does.
so if you were gonna keep selling cabs, it's
Yeah.
a nice title to have for that name recognition. So
Yeah, agreed.
I am gonna
does.
I
For
am gonna point that out just
Casuals,
to be real.
100%.
Yep.
You are correct. But doesn't Dragon's Lair have a name? I would say Dragon's
It does.
Lair has a bigger name than Double Dragon. I would say Burger Time has a big name. Can't we play Burger Time?
I'm going to make
Yeah.
a bold prediction. I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
make a
Okay.
bold
Oh,
prediction.
bold prediction.
Oh, here
I'm
comes
gonna make
Nick's.
a bold prediction.
Okay, he's gonna stop eating his popcorn.
They're going to renegotiate these licenses. It'll be business
Uh-huh.
as usual. We're going to have our Double Dragon.
But we all have it now.
Yeah, but to buy it, yeah, in the future, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, because he was discussing about the licenses, like, and that's going to happen. And you know, maybe there's going to be a future Double Dragon game. Maybe
Double Dragon game.
maybe one of the
Mhm.
newer Double Dragons games that's coming out in the future. You never know. Renegotiate.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
Yeah.
man, can we
Yeah.
have this game too? You never know. Throw
do
that
I
in-
dare read
Throw
this
that in with the
comment?
negotiation.
Do I dare read? Look, this guy feels
Is it
safe
from
to
Rain
type in the
Warders?
chat. He feels safe. Let me have a lowerling read this. Let's see here. Read this for me, please.
Why would they re-license Double Dragon now when there are no new cabinets being made? Wouldn't it make more
For 2 and
sense
3,
to wait and
can't
renew
buy. You
that
have to buy 2
license
and 3.
when they have new cabinets? Everyone has it already, but 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, 2
But
and
read
3.
read this comment
Yeah,
too.
for
This
2
is
and
this
3.
is a gem.
Space,
'Cause,
there you
yeah,
go.
number one
Space
is free,
Invaders has
yeah.
a bigger name than probably any other game in the iiRcade library.
And
You
yeah,
know
that's
what?
exactly,
That's
Scott
true.
B. You-
100%.
Everybody forgets about Space
That's
Invaders.
probably right. It's considered one of the OGs.
It's one of the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest games.
Bring that
It
up,
is
yeah.
the original shooter. Like
Yeah.
this is where
It's so good.
that genre started. You know, the origin. Ground zero of shmups, Space Invaders.
I'll tell you that
Mhm.
Space Invaders Gold looks beautiful. I kind of regret not picking one of them up. That blue on that Space Invaders looks amazing.
That is
So,
great.
You should
you
see
know.
the Dead Cells in person. The art
yeah, that was my next one I
It
wanted
is
to get.
gorgeous. They did such a good job with the artwork and the color scheme. My wife loves it. But
Okay,
anyway,
so Pro cabinet. So like the Killer Instinct Pro, that one they botched up with the controls that suck. Yeah, this is like the Pro cabinet for dirt cheap. Let's continue.
But you're getting a pro cabinet
yeah, the
for
build of
$300
arcade cabinet,
plus
by far
games being discounted,
is
and I
better.
think what's
I've
going to
built
happen
a
is
number of
June
arcade
10th,
one-ups.
the other games that aren't on sale are going to go on sale, like Riptide Renegades. There was a Brock Investigators that went on sale the first day and then they took it off. I think that one's going to go on sale, and you'll see like games like Mayhem Brawler maybe they go back to full price, or maybe everything on that website will be on sale. And that's the way I would do it. Why not make as much money as you can? There's nothing new coming out right now, and that could change in a couple of weeks. But for anyone itching, to change up, to get more games and stuff, iiRcade right now, I mean, it's got me excited on getting different games, and we're all playing a lot of iiRcade. And
and here's the next point: competition benefits consumers. When you're in a market with a void of competition, you don't get innovation. And I'll say this: I like having selection in my arcade. I can go play games on my At Games Legends Ultimate. I can go play games on the iiRcade. It's like peanut butter and jelly. I have arcade one-ups for specific games that I love that give me that nostalgic feeling of having that artwork, of looking like the old arcade. And, I want to have selection. I am not anti-selection. I am like, give me it all. I love all home arcade. And, that's what I have to say on the subject. Competition benefits consumers. Who wants to speak next on this?
Yeah, if you're a gamer and you like these products and you're rooting for their failure, and I mean failure as in closing their company, then you don't belong in this community.
What are you doing here?
Then you shouldn't be here. Now people will say, but you blast one up. Yeah, I blast one up because their products need to get better. And how do you get them better? You tell them, and you don't blow smoke up their ass. Now, there's no bigger example, Papa, than what you just said when the NFL gave the Madden license to EA. And that game turned into absolute dog shit for the next 20 years. Why? Because there was no competition. And they didn't have to innovate anything for 20 years on that game. When 2K was outselling Madden, they had nothing but a check to buy the license and put 2K out of business. So you want iiRcade to go out? Gone, right? You want MVSX to go out? Gone. Well, congratulations. You have two companies. You have one company that releases the same 12 games 6 times a year, and you have one company that releases the same games just in a different cabinet. There you go, guys. Have fun.
There you go.
Because that's what you
competition breeds excellence.
Yes,
I'm going to talk about even in gaming. Like, I become a better gamer when I compete against someone like Nick's. I want to compete against people that play games. And competition, even within the gaming environment, it increases you. I became a much better game player by watching Nick's play Operation Thunderbolt.
I also want to actually thank all the companies that do exist, because this would not be possible. Everything that I'm surrounded by here wouldn't be possible if these companies didn't make these cabinets. So, there's no love lost. It's just we have valid opinions. It's just some of the build quality is shoddy, and like we and it's all well known with the Centipede cabinet. They used the wrong monitor because they were out of stock. Why did you release it early? Everybody makes mistakes, and they admitted that, things right, and that's fine.
Welcome to the stream, Paul.
I'm not going to sit there and hate the cabinet because of that. I love the cabinet. I love playing the Centipede and the asteroids, and the games play very well on them. Right.
No, I mean, here's the thing. This show might be called the iiRcadians, but I got a room full of this. I got a bunch of this. I got some of this.
I got 5 arcade one-ups along the wall. Right
I mean, get real. We are gamers. That's what gamers do.
The attack from Mars pinball.
Sorry, let me get Paul's name off of Steps. Sorry, Steps. Steps Gaming is here.
When you just said you had one-ups along the wall, that song Counting Flowers on the Wall? I just started doing it in my head. Counting one-ups on the wall.
Yep, counting one-ups on the wall. Absolutely. But I've got seven arcade one-up cabinets, so that's the majority of the cabinets in my space.
I do too. I have 8 arcade one-ups. 8. I have the most arcade one-ups of anything, because you don't get much. You get like what? Just at the most you get 10 games. At the most.
Well, I got the value. I got the legacy and all that. But Blitz, you're right. It's got the 3 versions.
Welcome
Star
to the
Wars
stream, the Rexer Show.
Kevgret needs an upgrade on his Street Fighter. He's way out of date.
wait. I've said this a billion steps. That is gutted out with the Intech, gaming deck, and I have 6 consoles hooked up to that thing right now. It's not a Street Fighter anymore. It's got an iiRcade, a Neo Geo Mini. It's got a game box in there, and it has everything.
You
in
need
there.
to get yourself a
And,
Yoga
you
Play
know-
while it's
you
on
know,
sale.
Here's
but
the
can I
thing.
That way I can
Here's
play
the-
online.
for me, like being a YouTuber, like I'm here for my viewers and I'm here for the gamers. I could care less about which company. Just make good stuff. I'm here for the gamers, and that's what I have to say on that subject. I'm always going to go for lower prices and better quality. That's what I'll shill for.
Let's just be honest. The only people that are rooting for these companies to go out of business are the other companies.
Yes, yes,
That's it.
yes,
And
please, because they up the bar so high.
Yeah,
iiRcade definitely upped the bar with high quality controls, superior cabinet construction. It's a pro cab for $300.
To MVSX, RIP MVSX. They were showing promise in the community with their ability to do certain things, and that had to be shut down. So that's the only people that are rooting for this.
I think
no one should be rooting for the destruction of any of these companies.
No.
It actually benefits us when there's more competition because it pushes all of them to make better products. You know?
Yep.
You forgot about one major player, Stern Pinball.
And that,
Yeah.
oh god, pinball tables they make.
That's a
If
whole
I had
different
the money.
It's a joke. It's a
Oh,
joke.
man,
'Cause
that's
everybody's
another
talking about
level.
Stern Pinball.
I do love real world pinball.
Wait, Speaking of pinball, Rexer officially received his Foo Fighters the other day. Everybody in the chat,
give him awesome. He got his
thumbs up for
foos.
that. So he got his foos.
I would love
got his foos.
I hope he does a stream, man. I want to see that in action. I heard it's phenomenal.
Which one did he get? Did he get the green one or did he get?
That's a good question. I don't know if he got the green one.
Probably.
Yeah, the green one's like the top tier, like the best you can get.
Yeah, let us know, Rexer. What did you get?
I got Pro Premium Limited. Did he get a premium? I think he got the premium. Huh?
I think he got
Pro
the premium
Limited, isn't it? With Stern.
Yeah. There was 3 tiers. I remember because I was
premium's usually a sweet
I wanted to
spot
see
for
how much
home.
does this thing cost.
Exactly.
The Pro is what they use on location because it's the most durable usually.
Yeah.
But premium is probably the best.
Premium, yeah.
You got the premium.
Go big or go
premium
home,
is
right?
good.
Oh, there you
Come
go.
on, it's right. Exactly. Go big and go. It's going to go next to his Jurassic Park.
That's going to be a
You know
retirement
what?
gift for me.
You know what? We don't need your stinking super chat money on this show. I'm not shilling for super chats, but I will shill for Chaotic BPR, who said I really helped iiRcade by buying an iiRcade and spent over $150 for games. You're going to get a video for that. Here's your super chat from iiRcade. Thank you.
With that.
Nice. All right.
Finally, John can pay his taxes now. Phew.
Yeah, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Okay. So competition benefits consumers. Has everyone said their piece on this? You said your piece, Steps?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all the competition.
I love all the competition.
All the
too.
competitions in my house right now.
Steps has Steps has 4 statements he's reading from.
No, I'm not reading anything.
I love
I have a screwdriver in my hand.
Okay.
Xbox controller. I got a PC Engine controller.
What are you fixing over there?
Okay.
I got a Sandwich joystick.
Scientist at work here.
There
you go. That's a real gamer.
I got an empty bottle of Mountain Dew.
Okay, Phil, take us home.
Fun.
Take us home, Phil.
I want to see good things happen to this company. There's passionate owners out there. I think that the company are very passionate, and I hope that, in a year from now, there's still iiRcade going, along with AtGames, along with Unico, and along with Arcade 1-Up. And right on the corner.
There you go. There you go.
Kumbaya.
That's it. I mean, he pretty much sums it up right there.
Yep.
I mean, And I would like to
Good
thank PD7 for sharing this video with us this evening. And of course, why would you not be subscribed to PD7? You know, and the #1 Arcade 1-Up show.
Come on.
Why would you not? So, what's everyone got going on?
But hold on, Brad. I don't think we touched on just
we got more?
what. Yeah, just real quick, what we
Okay.
really think they're up to, because PD7 brought up they're going to manufacture cabins, whatever. I don't think they're doing that, because that's not going to do anything. Jong needs a pile of cash to just get one title, and that will move the cabinets, right? Like I was bringing up the iiRcade earlier. They have Capcom titles. They have 15 of them built into the system. Get one of them. I don't care if it's Street Fighter. Then you can outsource the cabinets. But if you outsource the cabinets today, what is that going to do? Is that going to move the needle in the community? Is that going to sell cabinets?
Would House of the Dead move the needle?
Oh my God, dude!
Yes.
Come on! That would House of the Dead would move something like that, would move the needle and would make me buy another cabinet. Yeah. So
I will say this for the I know we're looking at 50% of us on this. Excuse me, sorry, kevgret, you're getting knocked down. 50% of us have golds, and 50% of us do not have golds. But I will say this: the light gun games with the gold cab are phenomenal, and just if they deliver more of those, I will be one happy camper. Nix, what do you think? I mean, you're also a gold owner.
Absolutely,
you're in the #1 spot on both games, or on just Operation Thunderbolt?
Operation Thunderbolt. For Operation Wolf, you just have to sit there and play quarter to get the score up. That's how that game goes, and I'm not about to sit there because that one guy got 4 million, right? Yes, he sat there for some time. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, the Thunderbolt one is legit because there's only one way to get the score. You have to actually save the pilot and save the hostages and take everything out, especially the vehicles, because they yield the most point value. So getting over 2.8 million for that for a full playthrough, and then beating the Twin Galaxy score, getting 360,000 points, 1 credit run. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, the gameplay is so good, and I believe that should be a legit record, because they don't recognize the iiRcade, and you know what? That the difficulty is set. That felt like I was playing the arcade version, legitimately. So I think you're looking at the #1 right there for that. I'm going to consider myself #1 for sure for that, because it plays just like the arcade. I love it. And that's the MAME record, by the way, that I'm referring to on the Twins Galaxies, because the arcade version's its own thing, the actual unit.
I was gonna say that a lot of people talk about, oh, you need this license, you need that license, whatever, and maybe you're right to make sales, that, but like what I enjoy about what I got here is much like what I said in my review. It's kind of like you get the hidden gems or the cult classics, the deep cuts.
Absolutely.
Right. It gives me something different. Like I could go play that Big Blue. I could go play that Killer Instinct. It's fine. I got it there. I don't need the iiRcade to have that. My iiRcade gives me something different. It's a nice, I agree. It's a nice machine to have in my collection next to the others, because I play
peanut butter and jelly. It gives you selection.
Mashed potatoes and gravy, Marie.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. I mean, it just gives you more choices.
Well, that's the thing. That's the way I look at it, is the fact that, especially because it has the modern titles on there as well, it's giving me something that I don't get with the ACT games, right? Yeah, you can preload
exactly
your own games on that, but there's games that I'm not going to be able to play on the ACT games. Like Wizard of Walls was a fantastic title that came out on the arcade, and that's one of the must grabs. If you don't have it already, pick that one up. You'll definitely enjoy it. It's a nice take on Wizard of War.
Wizard of Walls is great. Wizard of Walls is great.
Like that's my point. It's just that it gives you something different that's not available from the other companies, and that's welcome, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You can add and remove games from the iiRcade, the hidden gems, the modern retro games. The games feel good on an arcade cabinet with the controls. And here's what I'm going to tell you, chaotic. Just put them all on the machine. I have every game that iiRcade makes. Every game. and my machine is not even full.
Yeah.
So I'm saying just don't delete ever. There's no reason to delete a game. Just install it on your machine and leave it on there. And then, you're that also secures your games forever. I mean, there's plenty of room on the cab to have every game that they make, which is, just my opinion on it.
Agreed.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's the thing. Stores shut down all the time. Like I always use the example of like the PS Vita, right?
Mhm.
And like, eventually the stores will shut down.
Yep.
Like it's an inevitability, right?
Yeah.
So you download it before that happens.
Xbox
And-
360, baby, still going
Forever.
strong.
Yeah, like
Xbox
exactly.
Arcade,
Like
baby.
online
Yeah.
stuff shuts down all the time. Like online
these
games that are
Well, look at
online only,
Pac-Man
they shut down all the
99
time.
getting
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah,
shut
yeah,
down.
shut down. Exactly.
Yep.
Install it on your
Happens
machine and don't ever
all the time.
uninstall it. I mean, unless you
Exactly.
hate it. Now, if you hate it, if it's, Jeff, something about Lupin, I mean, Lupin is not great, but I'm not going to delete it anyway. Cause I
Nope.
mean, like I said, I might as well just leave it on there. I don't love the game, but I mean, there's plenty of space, and they do have a favorites bar. There's a ton of things that us iiRcadians, that's just people that play iiRcade, by the way, Steps. We're not like a specific group. That's just anyone that's playing an iiRcade.
She's not an iiRcadian.
She's not
Come
an
on,
iiRcadian.
Brad.
But there's
She's a Nintendoan.
She's starting a Switch channel.
No, I'm not.
Paul says Microsoft shut down the servers all the time.
Yeah.
This is a true story. This
It
is
is.
a true story.
Yeah.
I don't know if should I tell this story, Steps? I don't want to get in
Game
trouble.
stuff. Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't want to
Tell
tell
what
this trouble.
story?
This is a true story. But Steps Gaming found out the online was off, and so I contacted Jong, and the next day, the online was working again
Back.
within one day, like that evening, and the next day it was all back working. So I think the most important thing right now, don't panic. Don't panic. I mean,
Yeah, there's still,
I did have a personal conversation with Jong, and I feel confident, that the online ability is not like the ability to play online is not going anywhere anytime soon. And they're going to still have the store, and I think they have a bright future moving forward. I mean, I'm not real worried right now. How do you guys feel about the
not
future?
worried at all. I trust Jong.
I do trust Jong.
He doesn't give me any reason not to. He's been nothing but nice and gracious, and on a personal level, he's
Kind. Even when people are unkind to him, I see him be
He
kind.
joins your streams and he sits and chill. He just wants to hang out and be one of the gamers, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And he
like,
is a gamer.
Yeah, exactly. He's a gamer. That's why he had decided to go on his endeavor to create an arcade system. His passion led him down the path, his life path down this road. So, and he's not worried. I'm not worried. So he hasn't lied to me, give me any reason not to. So I'm not worried.
And that's like Phil said too. Phil said in his video, they have a passionate fan base, and they definitely know what they're doing. If I look at most of their decisions were very smart, I mean, a lot of the decisions they made were really good decisions. So
Smoke them if you got them. That's what
Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them if
You got
got
to play games.
Play them if you got them.
I mean,
Welcome to the stream, Mitchell B.
I'm not gonna deal with hearsay or this or that.
Nope.
We're just gonna play.
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson on that.
Well,
I'm just
deck
gonna.
coming, right?
I'm just going to
Control deck.
enjoy what I have, and that's
All
it.
you can do.
And
Yeah.
you guys, if you guys want to speculate, go ahead. But I'm just gonna play the games right now. I speculated on CVS2 kind of, but I did have sources on that.
Steps, if you look at the history, we're not the ones speculating. We haven't started it. We're just speculating to them speculating. We look at Brooklyn show. They just play the games. Look at this show. We normally just talk about the games. We're only doing this because it's just out there. Smoke is out there.
Yeah, it's out there. It's
That's
out there. I'm putting our take on it out there.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's going to have their take. This is our take on it. That's all this show is.
I'm just relaxed. It's all good.
I mean,
I'm not worried.
Jeff's just here to play games, so he's chilling. Welcome to the stream, Ritual Dello. Chaotic. Let's read Chaotic here. Not deleting games, but just saying you have the ability to do that. You have the ability to curate the list of games you want, the games you purchase, and that was initially the thing I thought was so great about iiRcade. Like, I don't need to have a bunch of filler. If I want just Burger Time and combat tribes and Toplin shooters, and that's it. I can just curate that.
Yep.
Like you pick what's on your Kev. Hey, look who's here, hobby hands. My speculating is other people are speculating.
Yeah,
that is
exactly.
100% true.
I'm using my spectacles to see.
To
but
speculate?
That's the
Yeah.
only speculating I'm doing right now. I said smoke them if I got them, and I'm not blowing anyone any smoke. I meant literally just play the game if you got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you know.
We knew.
I just want to
know-
be clear
we
because
know
you
what
started
you
using
meant.
other references of the words that I was choosing.
Yeah.
What is going on? I can't keep
By the
up.
way, join the iiRcadians Facebook page. Sub to everyone's channel. Join the iiRcadians Illuminati on Papabrad's Gaming. I have a bunch of crappy merch you can buy. If you want one of my goofy hats I wear when I walk around, they're on there. Thank you for watching.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
Brad.
Thank
we
you,
are
Brad.
all
Thanks,
iiRcadians.
Nips.
If you own an
Thanks, Nips.
iiRcadian, you're part of this family.
I don't own any iiRcadians.
Yeah. And,
Where do you keep them?
Still-
Steps in the closet? You keep them in the
Yeah.
basement?
yeah, little gremlins, they pop
Little
out.
gremlins
You know,
coming
be
out.
careful. You will get, you know, you never know. They will try to cancel you.
She makes
Oh,
him play
try.
Menace
There's
all
that.
night.
It won't work, but they will try. So-
Arcade, baby.
All right, everybody.
I did want to end it with a word of wisdom. There's been,
Uh-oh.
there's been so much said in the past since Memorial Day. That stream, the last stream from the lair, but no one has ever said Jong's words. Out of all these streams, nobody has really talked about the community post from Jong. So, this is the iiRcadians, and I made a last segment with Jong's own words.
That's fair.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to end our show with actual Jong in his own words from his community post. And I want to say that I am optimistic for iiRcade, and I am thankful for a man that followed his dreams and made an amazing arcade, which I literally get enjoyment out of almost every day. So I'm going to end. I'm going to end with this
Thank you,
video.
Jong.
That part, I
Thank you,
love that.
Jong. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Jong and Michael.
very
Thank you,
much for your hard
iiRcade.
work.
Michael.
Thank you,
and-
chat.
And in case you missed it, in closing out this episode of the iiRcadians, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to go back to a community post made by Jong himself on the iiRcadians community Facebook page. And I want to do this because I want to have it in his own words. There's been a lot of doom and gloom about iiRcade being put out there from content creators. There's been a lot of speculation and a lot of speculative videos. And I would just like to go back to the words directly from Jong. Now, this is surprising to me because this post has been out for over a week, and yet I've almost heard nothing about it on YouTube. And I'm just going to highlight some of the key points in Jong's own words. So thank you so much for watching, and let's take a look. Here we go. Well, I wish for the continued success of iiRcade, and I'm optimistic that they're going to come back, and they're going to come back strong. Not manufacturing more devices means going out of business. Says who? If you don't know anything about what is going on, please refrain from making up stories without any facts to back them up. I already told you why we are not manufacturing any more units at this time. Because we have other things to do. Probably nothing that you could think of, and making units is not a priority for us at this time. This explains all your stories and theories are wrong. Please have patience. You will know eventually when we are done. That was Jong Wook Shin from 7 days ago. Thank you and good night. papabrad, and you've been watching the iiRcadians. A big thank you to all the iiRcadians that joined us today. Go to their channels and subscribe. We appreciate you being here and watching the iiRcadians show. Before you leave, please hit that thumbs up button. Be a hero and subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe to the channel. iiRcadians assemble, and remember to always stay legit.